Planet Watchers, welcome to Scorpio. It's sexy Scorpio season. We're here with Mary Jane. Hey,
Hi, yeah, sexy old Mary Jane. Hello, everyone. Glad to be back with you.
I love your necklace. That looks really great on you. I love that color for you with the turquoise.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's an artist here in Geneva that does these things. I'd love it too. Yeah.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Now you are in an exotic location. Tell us where you are.
Uh, I'm in Italy on the coast of Lago Maggiore. We're about 30 miles south of the Swiss border. In the beautiful what will become the Dolomite Mountains anyway, in the mountains, the Italian Alps. And it's a gorgeous situation with my wonderful friend Mary and her house that's up on a hill, and it's just perfect. Having a great time.
That was my next question. Are you having a good time?
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes, I am. And I would suggest it to anybody who needs to get away from anything.
Go to Lago Maggiore.
Great. Yes, 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 yes. Great food, great everything. Great being in Italy. It's just nice.
Is wonderful. Of course, for you, it's kind of like for us going down to Arkansas for the weekend or something.
Yeah, I I agree. We've had some it's you're immediately out of context, and living here in Central Europe is wonderful like that because you go not very far before you're totally into something completely different.
Oh, yeah.
Rather wonderful, I must say.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. So appropriate for sexy Scorpio season to be in this beautiful place full of sensuality, full of wonderful food and just awesomeness. All right. So what do we have coming up for Scorpio?
Well, get ready, everybody.
God, no.
Yeah, I think it's going to be quite a ride. I think it's going to be quite a ride, and we just can't do everything we want to do in this month. Um, there's a lot of traffic. Well, let's start with the good news. Uh, easiest news, I should say, because
Right,
we're
right,
supposed to always make good stuff out of bad news, right?
right.
And I might have some help for you there. But let's talk about the first big theme is the one we talked about actually last month. This wonderful situation in the sky between the heavy planets, Pluto and Neptune and Uranus. They're still in this lovely, lovely holding pattern that's extremely strong, extremely useful for, again, new scientific developments, new, I'm thinking moral and philosophical developments as well. A lot of talking is going on, and a lot of people are deciding some important things for us and looking over some old themes, looking over some new possibilities for this poor civilization that we're trying to slug our way through.
Mm.
Anyway, this holding pattern is still going strong. We have lost the bottom of our kite. Last month we had Mercury that was holding on to keep everything together and serving as the tail end of this kite. Well, we lost Mercury, which moves ahead, doesn't it? And now we're going to have to count on Venus to take that place. And she will. She will give us a tail to this kite from the 28th of October to the 8th of November. So this is a time when we're going to finally see something sensitive, something real for us humans coming out of this lovely kite formation. This help from Venus is going to be very good for money movements. I think some new thinking about markets in general around the world. All kinds of market dealings should be not only developing but also evolving and really taking shape. There are going to be some very important mergers uh, of all kinds, some new forms of action on the monetary world, economic world.
Okay.
It will be good for that.
Mhm.
Also, there it's with Venus involved, it's always a time for new and surprising romantic meetings.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Venus is making its tail opposite Neptune, and so there's a lot of room for sort of a dreaminess in here. We have to be kind of careful who we're looking at in the middle of all this energy, but still, it's there's room for newness. There's room for new things showing up, and will be especially useful for that. Also for our artistic ventures, and with the same idea in mind. This is excellent, an excellent source of imagination. Venus Neptune brings out the best of our imaginative powers.
Uh-huh.
And the moon is helping out here through the 29th and 30th of October. We're going to see some really wonderful Halloween costumes.
Wow.
Should be awesome. Again, the 2nd and 3rd of November, and again the 8th of November,
Okay.
before it all goes kind of pear-shaped. But yeah, we'll get a lot of good things done, I think, through there. So anyway, have fun with that.
Oh,
That's really the best news I've got for you. The rest gets kind of hard. Let's just look at, first of all, the action of the sun going through this period of Scorpio the whole time, from the 22nd of October until the 9th of November. The sun is being accompanied by Mercury. This in itself is not bad, although Mercury in Scorpio can be sort of cynical. And so we get a way of looking at things that's kind of, well, yes, okay, how can we make this better? Or what can we do to mess it up? Or a lot of kind of negative thinking can come from this position, but still. More difficult than that is that both Venus, well, until the 9th, but the sun is going to hold a very tight conjunction for the next 2 months to Mars. Now, we don't really need that much complication in Scorpio, I don't think. But the sun Mars is going to be always throwing up questions, throwing up arguments, throwing up reasons why not, and how to sort of get in people's way and have other people get in our way, by the way.
right.
Anyway, this is true until the 22nd of December. We've got it's rather extraordinary. In fact, we've got 2 months of this tight conjunction Sun Mars, which is not very promising for, well, the different war scenes that exist in the world right now.
Well, I am beside myself with this, Mary Jane. This is just,
I know it's just going to be so hard. This Mars in Scorpio, particularly from the 6th until the 23rd of November, and making finally attitudes, different aspects with Pluto, with Neptune, is creating an incredible accentuation of the whole war activity. It's just going to be so not good for negotiation. We're going to see all kinds of escalation, I think, through, well, until the end of November, in any case, and onward. The moon is particularly difficult in here on the 7th to the 9th of November. Again, the 13th to the 14th November, that night, 17, 18 November, times when we're just going to be hearing no good news from any of the different war scenes that are going on. This story in Israel is too ugly to be real. Things going on forever in Ukraine. It's getting to be very, very heavy. Now, one thing I find kind of positive, well, I hope it's going to be positive, is that at the same time that Mars is coming opposite to Jupiter in sort of preparation to all this, from the 19th of October until the 8th of November, there's a lot of legal battling going on. It's as though these different warrior nations are coming under stress on the home front. I think we're going to see people's strikes against their governments. Finally, people at home are saying, what? You want to do what? And I think we're going to hear a lot of a lot of retaliation, a lot of feedback coming from the people and from legal sources.
From legal.
Jupiter's involved, so there will be legal battles. What can we do? What shouldn't we do? What can't we do?
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Which may be useful, maybe not. I don't know if it's going to be able to stop the sort of negative train of thought that's going on. We're going to see some very difficult days, especially with this notion of Jupiter. The 28th, 29th of October, again, the 5th, 6th of November, uh, when the moon is going square to Mercury, square to Mars, square to Jupiter, and square to Uranus, making all kinds of really lousy uh, aspects. So it's hard times. That's going to be a very difficult week as far as any kind of negotiation for us too in private. Don't forget your. We're going to be seeing strikes of all kinds all across the working man's life, and they look angry. They look long term. People were Scorpio is a fixed sign. Things that are engaged in Scorpio tend to go on for a long time. And we're just going to see that sort of attitude, I think, touching on everything we want to do as far as negotiation. It just looks very difficult to be able to carry on logical, calm, negotiating ways of addressing each other.
What about interpersonally? Are there any signs or configurations that will be more prone to have this, kind of crossed wires in communication?
Well, I think strangely enough, our friend Saturn, who's still retrograde, still going retrograde, is going to be, yeah, is first of all in conjunction with the moon and making some other fairly interesting aspects with Juno and the Black Moon, with the Sun and Mercury, with Vesta, the 24th, 25th of October. Mark this date in green because it is going to be useful to be rethinking. With a Saturn retrograde, we have to think about going backward, getting things lined up again, rethinking, renegotiating contracts, mergers, also wedding plans. I had this flash about couples, they're close to war about different things they want to do together, wedding plans, honeymoon plans, all kinds of building a house plans. And this could be the time to sit down and rethink what you thought was going to be a wonderful idea.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's about the best I've got. That's the thing I've got for you. Now,
Yeah.
Venus is going to be helpful. It's going to be making this lovely aspect after the 28th of October. So use it. Use it. You've got 10 days in there where you can kind of pull things together. But that might be the best we've got all month with that in mind.
Okay.
So get busy out there, guys.
When is this Saturn retrograde over?
Well, not until oh gosh, where is it now? It's in what time is it in now? Saturn is in Taurus now, I think. And well, it won't be going straight until sometime this winter. It's opposite the sun all this time. And well, Saturn retrograde is not bad. It's slow. It's going to slow down a lot of our projects. It's going to slow down a lot of our thinking. And maybe in Scorpio, this is not such a bad thing. Instead of jumping in with both feet to destroy everything in sight, Saturn's kind of going, wait, let's try to do this logically at least. He's kind of a slow mover. So this can be very useful. I will have to use it, in fact, during this period of violence.
Yeah.
So that's about what I've got for you. Use carefully this first part of the period of Scorpio until the 5th of November. This is the most useful, the most creative time, the most positive time that we've got for us here in the most creative time, certainly, that we've got for us this month. So be nice to each other, talk it out, sleep on it.
Yeah, I have to just ask, because I'm in the United States and you are like an American expat. What are the prospects for harmony here during Scorpio? Because I think we're all focused on the Middle East, we're focused on Ukraine, and like
Yes.
what can we expect in communications and like activity around the upcoming election, around the Speaker of the House vote. I mean, like, what's going to look like here in the States?
I'm tempted to think that the confrontation between Mars and Jupiter is going. That's almost all month until the 8th of November is going to be particularly important for some legal battles. Certainly, this is a time when I hope a lot of legalization will be done as far as voting rights, signing people up to vote, uh, cleaning the air and getting things ready for a proper election, even for a dignified campaign. That would already be wonderful.
Yeah, nice.
Wouldn't it just? And plus all the legal battles that are going on around the ex-presidents and so on. So I think this is going to be a clearinghouse. And while it could be very noisy and maybe a little bit bloody, I expect that there will be some good things coming out of these confrontations. It's got to happen, in fact. Uh,
Yeah,
Through perhaps with the help of the strikes of demonstrations, people finally saying enough of what we've seen. I think it's time for citizens action actually in here, and this could make a world of difference as far as making some legalizing decisions.
right. I've been very heartened by the strikes going on. The right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's in the air, and certainly during Scorpio, they're not. This is not a flash in the pan. This is people are in for the long term, and I think that's going to be a very good thing. Finally,
I think so
it
too.
takes that determination to make things happen. Finally.
Right. Yeah, the auto worker strike is still ongoing, and I'd heard something about a pharmacy strike. So I'm
Oh
not sure.
wow,
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know if this is going forward or not.
that
Oops.
was something falling off my support here. It's okay. I'm still holding on. My arm is still attached to my body, so that's good.
Okay, so far so good. So I'm not
Yeah.
sure what's going on with this pharmacy strike or not, but that was you know, purportedly in the works, maybe in a planning stages. So these things are coming to the forefront, I feel, and
Mm.
hopefully, yes, it will catch some fire as to what are we doing here? We know these will not.
Yeah, how has this gotten so out of hand? Well, I was talking about certain corrections. We're in a correctional stage on the economic front and all types of economies, all types of economic movement. So somewhere in here, I would like to think that uh, there's room for a correction as far as um, gains, logical gains, fair gains on the money markets, on the economic scale in general. Maybe this will make a difference in what striking can get accomplished. Finally, fair wages, finally fair and
working condition.
well equilibrated money coming back from one's investment. The economy has been so full blown for so long that it's going to take a lot of movements like this to get on some kind of a corrective mode. But this is a very good period, and I hope we'll see some of that coming to the forefront. Well, this month and through the year.
Yeah, I hope so too. All right. Anything else that we need to know about Scorpio? Anything else to watch out for Scorpio?
No, I think that's pretty well covered it. I'm just wishing a lot of courage and a lot of honesty, a lot of self-reflection during this period. Don't be too critical with people around you. Be fair. Be fair in your judgments of things that are going on with you, between you and other people, especially of you and your boss. If you're looking for a new job, you're looking for that pay rise. Remember, it's not the most genial negotiating period that we've ever known. So be fair, let everybody get his say, and we'll just try to work it out. That's all we can do this month.
No, there's really no period where everything goes smoothly for everybody.
Oh my goodness, wouldn't that be just remarkable?
We'd probably get a lot done, but we wouldn't get growing.
Right. And we'll pray for rain when we need to. So that's about it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. We'll see you again then in after Scorpio is Sagittarius.
Sagittarian. You bet. We'll check in with them all.
Check in with them all. All right. See you then.